So what is going on, everyone? My name is LittleMarMan. We have another Eisendrache video, and this one is of course how to acquire the Ragnarok DG-4, also known as the gravity spikes, but in game they're known as the Ragnarok DG-4. So that's what we're going to roll with for this video. This is a very simple 3-step process. It will literally take you about 5 minutes. There's one step that is a bit longer than the others and a bit more frustrating, but nonetheless it is pretty simple. And the good thing about this process is it's quite flexible to your playing style, so you don't have to complete them in any certain order. You can basically go get set up and then do a step and then go get back more set up and then do the other 2 steps, or vice versa. Literally you can do it in whatever order you want, and you can do it at any time, which is always good. Now, just before we get into it, do smash that like button if you learned something and if you enjoy this video, and if you don't, well then I honestly don't care what you do. But nonetheless, let's get straight into this 3-step process. So of course the first thing is sort of a sub thing for the first thing, and basically what you need to do is head over to where the Bastion deck is, and where those big electrical spheres are if your map awareness isn't too good, and just head slightly to the left of that, and you need to enable that pad because that's going to come in handy in just a second. Then what you want to do is head straight on back over to the machine, the death ray, and of course you do need 1,000 points for this, and you want to stay in that safe zone where the steps are, away from those green lights, away from that little area enclosed ahead of you. Basically just stay there, and with the bow, and if you don't know how to upgrade the bow, there will be a link on screen right now, but with your bow, hit the north, south, east and west sign, and that'll spin around like mad. And then what you want to do is wait a couple of seconds, then up in the air you are going to see one of the DG-4 parts, and then basically you just have to wait for the electric current to stop, and then follow the exact way I do in the video all the way down to this sort of trampoline pad, and then hop right on that, and as you go on over you pick up that part. It's literally no problem, no much harder than that. Now, you don't actually need to sort of hit it with your bow, but nonetheless I do need to advertise in some way, and of course it is always another step into actually upgrading then the bow further on, because you do actually get a part from that, but you'll understand that in a future video. But nonetheless, let's move on to our second step, which is a bit harder, more of a waiting game involved though. But basically what you want to do is head down to the rocket deck, and here's when it starts getting a bit boring. Now, I was waiting here for a good 5 minutes, and that is a long time when you're just sitting waiting, doing absolutely nothing, but you have to wait until a buzzer goes off. So when the countdown starts, you want to head over through the button on the sort of left hand side if you are coming out of the teleporter door. Basically that is going to open up and you're going to hold square, and then you have about 10 seconds to make it back through the door towards the teleporter, and of course then you see sort of the actual box lighting up different colors. Starts off all red, and then sort of it progresses green, 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 and then when all 3 of them are green all together, then you hold square, and then it's going to shoot back down to red. And then when you turn around and look in the teleporter, basically there is another DG-4 part. That is your second part, and probably the most time consuming one that you're actually going to get. And last but not least, all you gotta do is kill a Panzer. That is pretty much it. The best way to do it is probably using the bow that, you know, if you don't know how to get, click the link on screen right now. But basically the Panzer will drop a part, and you basically just walk straight onto that, and then that is your third part. There's many buildables all around the place, but one is, if you're not familiar with where they are, basically one is where you actually took the trampoline earlier on, and that is pretty much it. Now, there are 2 abilities that you can use when you have the DG-4. One is obviously the obvious slam, and the other one is you can actually stick them down and it creates like a blue purpley force field that actually sort of kills zombies as well. And there's actually a trophy involved where you put this down and revive your teammates, so I presume reviving teammates goes well with this, but that is just something that I'm taking from trophies. I actually haven't tried it myself. But that is pretty much it for this video. Once again, if you haven't seen the other ones, definitely click the links in the description below, and of course subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and of course I would really appreciate if you could smash that like button because you are awesome. And that is pretty much it for this video. Once again, peace out, thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.